Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm over here in Las Vegas at the West Gate, of which I have such coupon. Coupon guys. So let's see where I can use it. 25 or 50. Coupon guys. Alright, so I walked around the West Gate and I settled on this here Silk Road Asian Bistro. It's right next to the Benihana. Very Asian looking. Look how Asian looking. They got the blossom plant over there. Over here we got these chairs. We got those type of lamps that looks like vases. Oh, we got a lot of stuff guys. Very Asian guys. So this is the menu, very concise. All right, the entrees include steamed white rice. That's great. So let's try the honey walnut shrimp, as well as their General Soul chicken. That would be 27 and 24 for 51 bucks, and I get $25 off. Coupon guys, coupon. So I also had $10 free play. I went to the machine. It was like zoom, gone. Thank goodness it was just free play. Oh, that machine just sucked it up like a vacuum cleaner. Oops, I dropped my money on the floor. Zoom. All right. But yeah, $25 off, guys. You know what? I think I'm changing my mind here. Over here they got beef chow fun for 22, and then Mongolian beef for 28. And oh. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah.
Can I offer you anything size water or you?
Oh no, just water is fine.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
You got this
Yeah, I
as
got
well?
this here
Yeah,
coupon.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So may I please have your Mongolian beef?
Okay.
No bean sprout. Any bean sprout? No.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell no bean sprouts.
No bean sprout. Okay. And I'll take the beef chow fun. No bean sprout.
Okay.
So that's 22 and 28, and that's 50.
Right.
Terrific.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Very good.
Beef chow fun, you got it. I'll be right back as well, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't have to deal with so much deep fry. You know, all my life I've been hearing, hey, deep fry is not good for your health. I guess, you know, it's not if you're gonna keep using those like seed oils, you know, cotton oil, whatever, canola oil, you know. It's like, it's too much, you know. Like a little is not gonna kill you, but, you know, people have too much of that. Tap water. All right. So we got those. And the good news is, oh look, it comes with a napkin. So I'll tell you, on the cruise ship, right, at the buffet, right, I had an empty table for two. I went and I got a plate of food. I sat down, I ate it. I left the napkin on the table. And then I went to get another plate. I came back, someone sitting in my seat with the dirty stuff right there, eating right next to my dirty stuff. Who does that, guys? So apparently, I researched it. It turns out that if you leave your napkin on the left of the plate, that means you're done. If you're going somewhere, you'll be back. Put the napkin on the chair. It's like, wait a second. That's ridiculous, but now I know. If you're not done, leave your napkin on the chair. I might even open it up and just like drape it over the chair like this. I'll be like this. Or is that not proper? Right? They say to leave it on the seat like this. But I don't want to leave the napkin on the seat like that because when I come back, I'm going to pick it up and use it to wipe my mouth with all the fecal matter on it. No, I'm not going to put it on the seat. Ridiculous, guys. And they're saying that the napkin, when you put it on your lap, you shouldn't have to fold that way. You should have to fold towards you. And I'm just like, what the? Oh, this baloney, guys. I'm sick of baloney. Napkins on the table, right there where I can wipe my hands. Obviously, my method is for occasions where I actually have no reason to behave a certain way out of the realm of logic and reality, right? Obviously, left this and right that and do this and do that. That is like for occasions that would benefit from such behavior, right? One of which, if I was invited to the governor's gala or gala, whatever you pronounce it, and I'm sitting there and I've been invited, it's free, and I'm sitting there eating with all these heads of states and everything, fine. I whip out the book, that says that, oh, do this and that and this and that and such, Yeah, but if I'm paying for it, then it's not real. It's a fake, it's totally fake. You do whatever the heck you want if you're paying for it, right? If I'm being invited, let's say I meet a girl, right? And she's like a billionaire's daughter. Old money, guys, right? Old money. And then they're like, oh, come for family dinner. We're having a whole bunch of people over. And it's one of those things where you walk in the door and they announce you, like the guy with the bell, like ding, 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 announcing Danny the Medic. And the whole room turns around to eyeball you up and down so they can start whispering behind your back. And then you walk in. That's also free, right? True classy dining is free. It is never at a price. If you're paying a price, it's a business venture. You do whatever you want. Put a napkin, whatever, anything you want, guys. As long as you ain't hurting nobody. Like they have certain comments below, right? Danny the Medic. One must never talk with the mouth full. So no, you can talk with your mouth full. One just must never spit on your friends and stuff, because that's bad. Don't go spitting on your friends. So if you cannot control the food flying out of your mouth, then do not talk with your mouth full. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's a reason behind such things, right? One person left a comment below. It says, Danny the Medic, you don't lean over to eat your food. You sit back and you bring your food to you. Now I'll tell you, that's ridiculous. Because then the food's gonna fall a long distance. It's gonna be like, whammo. Of course, which then they'll be like, see, you should have had your napkin in your lap. It's like, I shouldn't be standing so far back from the food to begin with. You can just eat right here with the elbow on the table, nice and relaxed. There's no reason not to, because I'm paying for it. If it's free, it's a different thing. So if you get, now look, the Queen and King of England, when they go get like fancy dinner in some foreign country, they ain't paying for it. It's not like they get a check at the end, and then they can eat however they want. One time, the King of England, a long time ago, came to the USA and ate at the White House. They have hot dogs, right? They had hot dogs, right? So the Queen of England is so, all that stuff. She ate the hot dog with a knife and fork. That's her style, And then the prince or king or whatever ate it with his hand to try it the American way. But point being, they didn't get charged for that. It's not $1.50 at Costco. All right? People who think they go to fine dining and they're paying like $300 a meal, to have the waiter come and, like kind of just like do all that and then wait till you sit down and push your chair and then you do that. That's not fine dining, guys. That's a business venture to imitate fine dining, to fool people, to separate them from their money. 300, 400, 500, but it ain't true fine dining. True fine dining is free. It is 100% free. And if I ever get invited to one of those, presidential, White House, whatever, then I will put the napkin on my lap, eat with the little forks and little knives, blot my lips like this. All that stuff, hey, it's like I'll even pick up a book and brush up on it, but that day's not coming anytime soon, because it's like all this nonsense for what? There's no logical reason behind it. It's just, people make that stuff up in their head. Also, there's been some comments below. Danny the Medic, you shouldn't wear a hat when eating, right? I said, no, there's no logical reason behind, taking off the hat, right? Obviously, if I get invited to that royalty stuff, yeah, I'll hang up my hat with the butler at the door, whatever the case may be. But anything else, it's better to wear a nice clean hat, right? Same reason that the health department demands that the people in the kitchen handling food wear hats. Same reason, guys. It's more hygienic. As long as the hat is nice and clean, like this one is. Very nice and clean, guys. Back in the day, if you're like in the Wild West, your hat is one of those like big brim style, and it's gonna be covered with dust and dirt. You do not wear that at the dinner table for practical reasons, right? You talk, all this dust gets all over your food. No, right? It's gonna filthy up the place. Same reason why you take off your boots and hang up your coat, because it's all covered in dust and soot and pollution. All right, so I'll tell you, right? 100% discount on your first 3 hours for the parking, right? I have Nevada license plates, and that's what I understand, right? But last time I parked here, I went there within 2 hours. I drove out, the gate went up, and I left. The next day, I got a text saying, "Oh, put your credit card information on file so we can charge you." I'm like, "Charge me for what?" The app thought I was still parked here at the West Gate. Had to call customer service and say, "Excuse me, I left yesterday," right? So they told me, after they fixed the situation, they told me that after the thing opens, wait a little bit for the cameras to catch the license plate before you drive off. I'm like, well, shouldn't the thing capture the license plate before it goes up? Whatever. On my way out today, I'm going to go up. I'm going to stay there, let the thing go up. I'm going to count to like 3 or 4 before I start driving off. And of course, before the thing comes down again. So yeah, that's parking at the West Gate. 3 hours free for cars with Nevada license plate. And you got to get the app, and then you got to put your information on the app. It's very, it's not like you go to Power Station, there's just nothing there, or the Sahara, you just drive on in. This is like, it's kind of convoluted, you got to figure it out. And I suppose that at certain days where they have special events, or may not be free. It's a gamble, guys. It's a gamble. We don't know these things. Oh, and speaking of we don't know these things, if you happen to be in downtown Las Vegas, you visit the downtown Grand, you go to the player's desk and you say, "Danny the Medic says we don't know these things," you get something. And if they deny you, ask for a supervisor. All right, just saying. Just saying, guys. Downtown Grand.
I do have a chow fun,
Thank you.
and there's
Oh,
no bean sprout.
terrific. Thank
And
you.
your, it's coming up.
Okay. Thank you. All right, guys. Beef chow fun, guys. It's looking very unique. Take a closer look. Okay, firstly, the portion appears to be a little bit small. Just fan this out. I would say this is about maybe 70% the size of a portion that I'm used to. But let's try here Mongolian beef, guys. Beef. The beef is very tender, very soft, and the taste is fresh, but it is very, very heavily flavored. Flavored with what? I don't know. We'll try another piece. A little bit of seeds on there. A little bit of seeds. I think it's from inside of maybe peppers or something. All right, let's try white rice. It's like a sweet and salty taste with a hint of spiciness, with a hint of fruitiness. I don't know. Not a fan. I mean, like, I'll eat it because I ordered it. .6, guys. Now, 6.6 means, you know, it's perfectly okay. It's just not to my personal subjective liking. Things shouldn't be sweet and salty at the same time, in my opinion. But before anyone says, go down in the middle, why don't you send it back? No, you do not send things back just because you don't like it, right? You send things back if there is something technically wrong with it. You know, spoilage, dried out, and this is meant to be dry. You know, stuff like that, you know? So yeah, 6.6. All right, now beef chow fun. Here we go. All right, so it's got pieces of vegetables in here. Gailan. Interesting, guys. I'm gonna try the beef from here. Pretty nice. It is salty. Try the noodles. Right, so the beef is a little bit heavily salted and doesn't have the sear of like a wok hei beef. Not a lot. It is very plain, standard. But it's acceptable. Gailan, nice and fresh. The noodles a little bit brittle. As you can see, it's in small little 1-inch pieces. It's not bad. I say like a 7.7. You know, considering, right? The portion size again is about, say, 70% of what I'm used to. But overall, perfectly fine. There's a hint of ginger in here. It's a different recipe from most places, especially the Gailan and stuff. All right, so that wraps up today's video over here at the Silk Road inside the Westgate with coupon. Thank goodness for coupons, guys. All right, thank you for watching. New video every day.